We're just gonna start.
Just,
Hello. Huh?
Just do tips.
Tips?
Well, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then. Growin Samoan beginner
It's
tips.
our own personal guide, so that's what we did.
But these are. Oh man, my battery's on 35%. All right, like tips on my phone. Talo Falava, welcome y'all. Welcome back again to the Growin Samoan podcast. I'm your host Henry Willie, aka DJ Hen, aka Hen Dog. People call me Hen Dog. Hen Dog. Hen Dog, baby.
Hi, and
Doggy,
I'm Tala.
doggy. And this is my lovely co-host once again, Tala in the Haza. Tala in the Haza. Is that right? Don't. My beautiful, lovely wife right here. Tala and the Hala and the Fala and the Fale. And yes, Talo Falava, Malolele, Aloha, Yarana, Bulavinaka, Kiora. Once again, just want to say welcome back. Welcome back. If you're a first time listener or viewer, go to our YouTube page at Growin Samoan, or you can just go to your Apple Podcast, Spotify, and just listen to us on podcasts and start from episode 1. We encourage everybody to start from episode 1 and play catch up, because this is episode 14, I think. But there's a lot of information and a lot of guests that we had that were just grinding some great information that can help out a lot of us families out here in the world today that we live in. Why? Because to us, this podcast is all about life. Everything we talk about, we live through, we grow through as Pacific Islanders, Samoans, or whatever you may be. And mainly everything financially.
Well, finances and life
Finances
in general.
Yes. We're trying to educate you people on some financial shizznizzles, because I feel like that's where it needs to start. And
well, yeah, educate and share our journey through our trying to reach financial independence. So.
Yeah, once again, if you haven't, and you've been dying or feel a need to, please go to our podcast, our iTunes. You go to iTunes. Yeah, just go to iTunes and search for Growin Samoan and rate, subscribe, and review. Please do this, because this helps our channel, our podcast, and our YouTube channel out 100%, so people can find us, so they can learn, just like we're learning, and just like you guys hopefully are learning too. So
yeah, leave feedback. If you have any comments, or if there's anything that you guys want to discuss. We've seen a few. We've seen great feedbacks on things that people want to hear more about, as well as others sharing that they are going through the same thing. And it's a great feeling to know that, believe me, we all ride the same boat.
Yeah.
Unique situations, whatever they may be, but it's still part of life.
It makes my heart melt. It makes me so happy when I read a review, when I read a comment, because damn, it feels good, when you know that you're helping someone, just helping. And especially, I feel very thankful, because this is a after Thanksgiving episode that we're recording right now.
We're kind of full. We're still eating
fat.
Lots of turkey.
We're kind of fat right
leftover.
now.
Right.
You trying to call me something? I'm fat right now. I don't care, man. The food was delicious. And, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Late Thanksgiving to everybody that's listening to the podcast right now. And if you're this probably not even around Thanksgiving and you're listening to this, hey, happy Thanksgiving anyway. You know, our language is Manuia, so faafetai. That means Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in to this great episode. This is going to be a good episode, man. Last episode, oh man, it was the blum. You know, we were fellowshipping with if we want to call that fellowshipping.
Yeah, I wasn't in that one, but I heard.
It was a good podcast.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Miki in the house, and Paulo.
Yes.
You know, we did a podcast out there, and everybody that
we were in Long
trickled
Beach,
in, DJ
California,
OMG,
with
you know.
family
Yeah.
for my dad's funeral.
Yeah.
And
You were in the house.
No, I was in the middle.
You were in the middle area?
Yeah, so we had like lots of parties on each side after Dad's burial.
It was a celebration.
And so everybody had their crew, and
it was a celebration.
I was hanging out with my siblings.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. We had a blast. And big shout out to Miki. Miki, I love you. You know, man, after the podcast ended, me and Miki were just going. We just kept going.
Yeah.
We should have just pressed record again and did another podcast. But that's okay. We know it's coming again. It's coming again. But big shouts out to Miki and Paulo and DJ OMG, you know, made a special appearance, you know, and to the family friends, the friends of the family. Big ups to everybody down there. So now we're back home in the beautiful cold ass state of Washington and the western part of Washington. And freezing my polos off.
The change, like
not yours, but
50 to 60 degree weather drop. it was hard leaving 90 degree weather.
It's cold as hell. It's cold as hell out here. But one of our family members told me when we were down there at at Pop's celebration that they stay out in Texas, and they were telling me that it was like 18 degrees. I was like, what the 18 degrees in Texas? I never thought it got that cold. I thought it was always like sunny down there, but apparently it gets that cold. So we get that kind of weather out here too. 15 in the teens, and I hate it. Because I was born in Hawaii, girl. You know
Lord, my husband's gonna bring his local boy.
Come on, you want? Anyways, so thanks again for coming back and listening to the podcast, y'all. We're just chilling, we're just relaxing here today, and we wanted to just talk more about how we can help out people, and you know, through our journey. And today's episode is about tips. You know, I wrote down a bunch of tips, a guideline of where to start to help you out, because we had a comment that I said, oh, wow, I love this guy's comment. And it was from the YouTube channel. And I said, okay, I'm going to use this channel. I'm going to use this comment because this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm talking about. Things that help us make us feel good. Knowing that there's people out there, strangers that we don't even know but are listening in, that are saying, oh my gosh, you know, this is helping me and my family out. So, you know, keep it coming. And these are strangers, but they're Polynesians, you know, Samoans, whatever, that just are, you know, in the same boat and can relate. So what we're going to do is, I wanted to read this comment, and we're just going to, after the comment, we're going to go through the Growin Samoan beginner tips.
And this is just
that can help everybody out
that we used in our journey. So you can use it and apply it to your situation, mold it to whatever you guys, whatever it is that situations you guys are going through. I hope that any of these tips would, you know, hopefully they could apply, that you can use them and apply them to your life.
So, with that being said, Tala, my beautiful, beautiful wife, she is going to read the comment for today, the comment of this episode.
So, big shout out to Setsu Taifane. Posted a comment about a week ago, and his comment is, this info super useful for me and my family. Right now, we're paycheck to paycheck, and I hate stressing, especially when it comes to Fala Beloveds. Thank you. Keep pumping out episodes, my Uso. Thank you. That I really appreciate that comment.
That's some
because we
love.
understand.
That's some love right there.
We know what it is to live paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
Sometimes
Right.
one paycheck to like a lot of paychecks.
The thing about in the personal finance world that I've educated myself in, the thing about living paycheck to paycheck that never really crossed my mind, but is always talked about in the personal finance world, is you're living on the edge.
Yeah.
That's what paycheck to paycheck means. That means you are living on the very edge of disaster, of a 100% humongous disaster that's just right there. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, that means that
you miss one.
you miss one, you get fired.
Yeah, it's
the end of your whole
pretty much
everything. Then your world just comes crumbling down, and fires burning, and your whole world is burning. That's what paycheck to paycheck means. And everybody that's comfortable in that zone, they don't even realize it. We didn't even realize. I didn't even realize it.
No, we had to experience it.
Yeah. Oh, we experienced
We had
it
to
plenty of times.
experience it
Right? Plenty
ourselves,
of times.
to the point where we know now.
Yeah, I hate
that,
it. It's stupid.
If you don't have a backup plan or something to when you miss that one paycheck, then you're pretty much, for want of better words, you're asked out.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah.
If you don't have a backup plan and you miss that one paycheck, or let's just say something terrible happens and you're terminated, your world comes,
Yeah, I mean the
tumbling
emotional stress,
down,
the worry,
the
worry about your family, how you're gonna keep a roof over your head. There's just so many variables that are.
So that's what paycheck to paycheck means to us now. Before, it was like paycheck to paycheck. Oh yeah, man, I just live paycheck to paycheck. That means like I'm broke. I'm just broke. But when you get into the personal finance space, you realize that holy shit, paycheck to paycheck means that I'm living on the edge of disaster. So I better get my shiznazles together. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Hopefully that's some good information of what paycheck to paycheck means. But for those who Setu Taifane, I love that comment.
Yeah. And
I keep hitting the damn mic over.
And we totally understand that when you're stressing, it is hard, especially when it comes to faafetai.
Oh yeah.
For instance, we in my family we just went through one, so I can honestly say that past faafetai, if this was more than a few years ago, I cannot stress to you how stressed out we were then when it came to faafetai. This past faafetai, especially for my dad's homegoing celebration, I have to say it was unique.
It was easier.
Yeah, so much easier.
When you're financially educated and you start aligning things how they're supposed to be aligned, it makes everything easier,
Yeah, I mean, big, thank God for my husband, because he's pushed this.
Thank God for my husband.
He's pushed this.
Under my head. Wait, because I wrote this down before I started the podcast.
Okay.
Just in case it ever came up, and I don't know why I didn't put it anywhere yet, but this was the mission statement and goal. And I was reading this, and I was like, oh man, this fit perfect for what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read this to all you guys out there, all our listeners. The Growin Samoan mission statement and goal is this that I wrote: a financial education podcast for beginners with the main goal to help people understand about finances. I believe that knowing and understanding your money can make your life super easy, and not knowing can make your life super hard. So what do you choose? And I just ended it like that. But there it is. I mean, I believe that knowing and understanding knowing and understanding your money can make your life super easy, and not knowing can make your life super hard. And that's just what we're talking about. Like, now we know about money, know how to handle our money the right way. This last, funeral, faafetai stuff, and, it was easy for us. I mean, I hope that helps you out, Setu. Because I know in episode 10, I talked about how financial education helps us when a loved one or family member becomes ill or passes away. And I remember I was stressing the fact that, hey, as Samoans, because I'm not Hawaiian or Tongan or anything else, but I am Samoan. In the Samoan culture, we have a faafetai. It's a process that we have to give some kupe, some money, out of our own pockets to help, and so on and so on. And I said that if you are Samoan, regardless, it's a bill. You just have to look at it like it's a bill. So as any bill, you just save up. A lot of people have, Samoan people have a faafetai fund. But I said, we have an emergency fund, because this emergency fund is for everything, like visiting relatives if they're sick, or, like your car breaking down, you got to pay, go take it to the shop, major stuff like that. Or a faafetai when somebody passes away. So I think that's a good thing that can help out, and we'll get more into that with our tips here we're about to talk about. So with that being said, people, y'all just keep pumping in those questions, and we are more than happy to answer in any way we can to help out everybody. Right, honey?
Yep.
So when I was talking with Miki, the last podcast, if you haven't listened, go to the last podcast, and just tune into that one too. Listen to that one. We were talking about the FIRE movement, hon. Mm-hmm. We were talking about the FIRE movement, and we haven't discussed what the FIRE movement is on our podcast yet, because I wanted to crawl. I want to crawl. I wanted to take baby steps. And crawl before we walk.
And that's only because not many people know what it is. Mickey, you.
Oh, Mickey's super intelligent, super highly advanced in the personal finance space.
Exactly. It was funny because our situation, our fixing our finances allowed my sister and I to drive down and spend a week with my dad before he passed. And Mickey, I got to spend a lot of time with Mickey, who I haven't seen in years since she was a baby. That's my older brother's daughter. It's my niece, and she was a huge part of our lives when she was probably her first 5 years of her life.
Oh man, that was a good episode.
And I'm, we were blessed to be able to spend time with her. And thanks to her, we spoke a lot about finances. And the funniest thing was I had brought up what Henry and I, what our journey is and what our plan, our goal for our family. And I brought up FIRE. So FIRE is financial independence, retire early.
That's right.
It's a community. It's a small community, but it's definitely a movement that is actually picking up a lot.
It's the shit.
Yeah.
It's Samoan people are smart. We are smart, intelligent people. Pacific Islanders in general. Yeah. And if you're not Pacific Islander and you can relate, you're smart too, because all of this information is out there. The FIRE movement, the FIRE community, it's just information.
Yeah, there's FI, and then there's Choose FI, which is Choose Financial Independence.
That's a podcast too, and a website.
So they were a huge help with us when we
big time.
Started learning about becoming financially
big shout out
educated.
to Brad and Jared. That's the homies.
Yeah, we love reading. I'm a reader. My husband likes podcasts more than I do, but I'm a big reader. But to going back,
I can read.
when I when I talked to
Choose
Mickey,
not to read. Nah, I like reading sometimes.
when I talked to Mickey and brought up the fire, it was kind of funny that she actually knew exactly what I was talking about. So
Yeah, that was
it was
tight.
perfect. I came back and I told my husband about it, and
That was tight.
yeah, and it was great because when we went back for Dad's homegoing celebration, he was able to talk to her more about it. So so fire is the movement that we're in. That's kind of, we have a goal, we have a game plan to reach that. So, and with the beginner's tips, and this is our unique tips for how we started off on this path.
You know what? For those of you who are interested in jumping ahead, we started off with that really led into the fire movement was this blog called Mr. Money Mustache.
Yeah.
Or they call it the triple M's, MMM, Mr. Money Mustache. If you want to go and just Google him, Mr. Money Mustache, his blog pretty much put us on a track where we thought would fit us perfectly.
Yeah. It
Retiring early, all the information is there about reaching financial independence. It's about a guy who did it, and he had the numbers. It's all about numbers, and the numbers were shocking to everybody who read this blog, and it's been just blowing up for years now. So check him out first, and then after that, it led us into the Choose FI podcast, which we started, listening. I started listening to, and Talo's been reading.
Yeah, I like reading their blogs. They have great blogs.
And they've been helping
just advice
us out.
of like how to put aside money or credit cards or just information. All financial education.
Yeah.
It's basically just teaching you when your mind is on.
Yeah.
When you learn about finances, it's totally different. You look at everything differently.
Yeah, and the Choose FI people, community, man, they're pretty highly advanced in
Yeah, and this is
finances.
if you're choosing to be financially independent.
Yeah, but go ahead.
If you're just wanting to just be financially educated to take to learn how to manage your money better, it's also very helpful.
Well, yeah, it's helpful, but if you want to learn about financial education, read or listen to our podcast, because that's what I like to do. I like to start them off slow because I know our peoples. I know our peeps. This is why I made this podcast, for our peeps, people who can relate. And what I do is I grab bits and pieces of what I love from all these major podcasts, personal finance communities, and I bring them out and I mold it and I just translate it to people that listen to this podcast, people that can relate, that can understand, my words, your words, our words together as one. Yes, because when the force is strong, my child,
You'll forgive me if I
when the force is strong,
ahead.
you turn into Baby Yoda from Disney's Plus. Yeah. Mandalorian. We were watching that movie, babe. It's a good show. If you guys that Disney Plus show, Mandalorian, Baby Yoda. He looks like Gizmo from
Gremlins.
Little cute little thingy. So
back to
the pillars of FI. So Choose FI. So what I do, and what I love to do is like everybody knows, if you listen to this podcast, I always say I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I do. And this is what I do. I listen to all these podcasts, and I take the bits and pieces I love, and I use that for my podcast, our podcast, the Growin Samoan podcast, for you guys, the listeners. And I translate it to where people can understand in our own words, Because why? Like I said, I think it was episode 1, I listened to all these podcasts, but
I can't relate. I don't have major student loans. I don't own inheritance and wills and trusts.
But there's things that we can relate, and then there's a lot of things we can't,
Yeah.
So what we do is, make a podcast of our own to help out our people.
You take what you do relate to, and you apply it to your own life and your own situation, and hopefully, because there's people out there that are going through the same things that we do. So.
And I love it. I love to help people.
Yeah.
So if you want to go ahead and start listening to the Choose FI podcast, please do. I mean, those dudes are like advanced. If you're like super highly advanced, like an iRobot, like Paulo and Miki, even my wife here, Tala, then go to Choose FI, and it's CHOOSEFI, and we'll put that at the bottom of the show notes.
Yeah.
And
so just remember, FI is financial independence. So we're going to use that word a lot. FIRE.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'll have to excuse our children in the back are kind of.
Shut up. That's how we do it in the house. Hey.
Boys. Yeah.
They're over there goofing around.
Yeah.
But so this podcast was mainly about the comment, and I said, let's lay out some tips.
Hopefully that it can help out the Uso and his family.
Yeah, because
in his situation, especially trying to get away from the paycheck to paycheck and being able to less stress and not the emotional stress and everything else. So hopefully these tips can help you, and you can apply it to your life.
And so I got a lot of bits and pieces of this from the Pillars of FI, and this is from the Choose FI podcast. They have 10 things for the Pillars of FI, which you guys can go read on Choose FI. They're very I'll just go through it, like low cost index fund investing, all the way to savings rate of the 4% rule. See, when I say these kind of things, some people can relate, and then some people are like, what the hell is that? And I don't want to get into their Pillars of FI, because I'm trying to, right? We're trying to do things that our people can relate. So we came up with the Growin Samoan beginner tips. All right. And number one, of course, is very, very important. I put at the top, and is educate yourself. That's the best way to start at number one. Once you reach that tipping point and you stumble upon a podcast like this, or you read a book, you have to just start to educate yourself. How can you do that? By reading or listening to personal finance audiobooks, or reading personal finance books. Here's some books that I recommend. Richest Man in Babylon. Richest Man in Babylon. It's a good, easy read, whether you listen to the audiobook or you just listen or read it, like Tala would do. That's a good book to start off with. Next book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That's what started me off. And another book is The Millionaire Next Door. These books are not about getting rich quick, kind of, I'm going to be rich and have, no, hell no. These books are all about financial education that teaches you about
how to manage your money.
Yeah, pretty much how to manage your money.
In layman's term, it's how to manage your money.
How to do the simplest things as, cut your expenses low, and increase and save your money, and try to increase and invest.
There's that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you're right.
Simple.
Investing. That's the number one thing. So that's number one. Educate yourself. Number two, I put number two as pay yourself first. And in this podcast, I preach that a lot about that. Pay yourself first. Now, those two books I talked about, Richest Man in Babylon and Rich Dad, Poor Dad, they preach that gospel of the pay yourself first. Paying yourself first, I preach it here, and you guys have heard me talk about it a lot. Paying yourself first is it's crazy, hon, because it's a mindset thing. Yeah. It's something you have to train your mind to do. It is hard.
I'm gonna tell you that when he before.
Yeah.
In the beginning when we did this, when he was getting financially educated, he would talk to me about things, and I'm just like, people's mentality is once you get paid, the first thing you think of is bills.
Yeah.
Pay the bills.
Yeah, I got to pay the bills.
You have to change that mindset to pay yourself first before paying. I know it's hard. It really is hard.
And paying yourself doesn't mean treating yourself.
Yeah, it doesn't mean
the same
it doesn't
thing.
mean take the coupe for you to go car or anything. No.
Paying yourself means that you put your hard-earned money, your paycheck. When you get your paycheck, the first thing you do is you grab that chunk of money and you pay that money to yourself so you can invest that money. Yeah. That's what that means.
Yeah, it's for your investment.
Any investment,
whether it be real estate, stocks, whatever it may be, because that
or getting yourself out of debt.
Yeah. That chunk of money is for your future.
It's for
you and your family's future. Yeah. It's to get you to have you become debt free.
Yeah.
It's
debt free.
Yeah. There's lots of things you can do.
Oh, I want to be debt free.
Yeah. So it's not really for you, it's for you and your family's future. Yeah. That's what paying yourself is.
And then that's number 2. And I love that. It's hard to start to do, but once you start doing it, the more and more you start doing it, you just like, okay, God, okay, do I gotta pay the electric bill or pay myself first? Pay myself first. Oh, wow, I did it. Okay. And then your next check, you'll do it again. Oh, I paid myself first. And then next thing you know, you'll get used to it. And then you'll have a big chunk of money
Some people
for yourself.
auto, by the way, they automatically set it up. The other key is you have to act like that money does not exist.
Yeah.
Like you've never seen it.
That's right. Okay. So, I hope that helps. Number 2. Number 3, sort out your bills. That's my number 3. Sort out your bills. That means see what expenses your life is about. Some people, it's scary. Some people never even did it before. They just live life like, I don't care, I do whatever. They're too scared to actually sit down, get a piece of paper and a pencil or pen and write down, okay, bills, phone bill. And they're too scared to do that because they don't want to see how much they really, owe and how much, money they're scared. Some people are scared, but you have to do that in order to make a change in your life. Sorting out your bills. Some people are fine. Some people can do it with ease. Some people just can't. But you're going to have to. This is the best way to organize your finances. You have to sort out your bills and funds and set up all your funds. That's how you sort out your bills. Your bills, from whatever it may be, right? Your rent, your car payments, your maintenance fund. What's a maintenance fund? That's your car maintenance fund. People don't even know about a car maintenance fund.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's something as simple as $10 a paycheck or $20 a paycheck, you know what? That comes a long way to cover your oil changes. If something needs wrong with the car, tune up,
wiper blades,
need tires. That's kind of like an emergency fund for the car.
Yeah, everybody knows the bills. You got to lay out your bills.
Yeah.
Your electric bill, your phone bill, car payment, all that.
Yeah, that maintenance though, I can say the car maintenance is very important, especially if that car is your workhorse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you get to and from work. That's
a lot of people. Yeah, you got bills, y'all. If you got bills, look, make the car maintenance fund bill. There's other
$5, $10.
Yeah, whatever you think. Yeah.
It grows.
Yeah, it grows. Because that'll help you out big time. In case you need your oil change done or anything with your car. Yeah. There's also, then you can set aside your funds. So like we were talking about emergency funds, faafetai funds, or for us that's the same thing. That's also a great thing, And so that's how you sort out your bills. You got to get everything aligned up, organized. You got to start organizing, sort out your bills, see what expenses you have, and organize them out and line them up, and so that way you have a visual of what you guys are expecting to pay every single time, so you won't be missing out, and so you won't be lost and behind.
And then you can also, isn't that when you can also look at things that you don't really need, things that you can do without, like cutting back on like if you have a phone bill.
Well, we're gonna get into that.
Oh,
yeah, that's coming up. This is just sorting out your bills. So just sort it out, organize, because some people don't, they're messy. So,
I'm guilty of that sometimes, so it's fine.
Some people are just a mess, just a big old mess, and they need to get unmessy and clean up their act and organize their life.
I'm the spender. My husband's looking at me because he knows.
No, I'm just saying, organize, your desk, because it's, papers everywhere. So, you gotta sort out your bills. That means just organize, your bills. Number 4, attack your debt. Attack your debt. Now, this is for people that are in debt. And most of us are in debt. You know what I'm saying? Because I know my people, homie. And you know what I'm saying? Not all of us. Some people are fortunate than others. But the majority of us in the world we live in, where we were trained and taught in our schools, they set us up for debt. It's not your fault. It's okay. Don't be mad or angry about it.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you.
Easiest way to know how much you're in debt, get a credit report.
Yeah,
we talked about this credit report back in episode, I can't remember.
Yeah, attack your debt. This is for the people that are in debt. For those of you that aren't, don't worry about it. But if you are in debt, I suggest that they use the Dave Ramsey approach and go to Dave Ramsey, and his methods can help you get your ass out of debt. Because he has this thing called the snowball effect, and it's pretty cool. It'll get you out of debt. But once you get out of debt, then it's time to step into the financial independence world. Because I don't think Dave Ramsey is all about that, but he is about getting out of debt. You know what I'm saying, baby? And now we're going to go into what you were just about to talk about. Number 5. Number 5 is very important to us in our Growin Samoan world, and that is educate yourself about credit. Educate yourself about credit. And episode 4 is what is credit. If you go to our episode 4, it'll help you out about that. You got to educate yourself about credit, because in this world we live in,
credit is everything.
It's everything. Well, in the United States, credit is everything. Yeah,
here in the U.S.
And we live here in the U.S.
We live by a credit system,
so
and your social security number is your life.
I don't know how it is in New Zealand or
I don't know.
Anywhere else, but I think I don't know about anywhere else. But
we're not gonna guess.
In the U.S. survey,
in here on the mainland.
Yeah, you got it. This is how bad it is here in the mainland, in the United States. We're all about credit, but they don't teach us about credit.
Yeah. They don't teach that in schools.
They don't ever teach you about credit. Because, like we always preach about, they set us up for failure, because when we're in debt, they're the ones that are getting all the money. It's all about that money, dog. It's all about that money, right, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, episode 4, educate yourself about credit.
Yeah. Go there. I think I know we spoke about how you can get a credit report. What is the credit report?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great thing to tell you how much debt you have.
Yeah.
Because there's collections, there's a lot of things on that report that tells you, and the amount of money.
Yeah. I believe we talked about the big 3 of credit. That was number 1 was credit report, credit scores, and then credit cards, which goes into our number 6, which is, can you read that?
Start using, should take it off low battery. Start using credit cards for rewards. That's the credit card thing.
Did you read it? Yeah. Start using credit cards for the rewards. Now, you notice how that's number 6. Because number 4 and 5, you need to do first. Okay.
Yeah. Got to get out of debt first.
Got to get you out of debt. There's no
build
way.
your credit up.
Yeah.
In order to be able to get great credit cards that give you all these wonderful perks of travel rewards, cash back, hacks, lots of travel hacking, and
you have to do steps 4 and 5 first.
Yeah, got to get out of debt first.
Get out of debt first. Educate yourself about credit,
and then
you can start using credit cards
to build your credit.
Yeah, because it saves so much money when you're using credit cards, and
well, we've experienced the
credit rewards.
Yeah, well, the hardship of not having good credit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've been there.
Yeah.
We've been there doing it.
Yeah.
Failed big time.
Ain't nobody want to go into it and get a car and your credit sucks and you get rejected, and nobody wants to apply for a credit card that looks great but you get declined. So get yourself out of debt.
When people, before when we used to walk like through Costco, and I'll be walking with Tala, and the people would be like, "Excuse me, sir, would you like to apply for American Express?" And I'll just be grabbing her hand, like, no, we're good.
Because we knew.
Because I was like, hell no, I ain't getting gonged.
Yeah.
Don't waste 20 minutes applying for this.
Yeah.
To be like,
then,
we're sorry, but we were denied. I'm like, bitch, I didn't want to apply for the damn card in the first place. I was just trying to go get my $1.50 hot dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Once you're educated, now we know, because we also know that every time that we apply for one and get gonged, it gives our credit score a hit, which drops.
Yeah.
So you don't want to. Yeah. So don't apply unless you know
because
for sure.
Because these people that are trying to get you to apply for their cards, they're just workers. They're just trying to get a little money. They just work.
It's just
for
their
the
job
card.
description.
Yeah, it's just their job.
Yeah.
They don't care who you are. They're just trying to get a number. So, if you don't know what your credit score is, don't go to anybody and apply for any credits whatsoever. Educate yourself first about it, and then you can do all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
So number
7. Oh, this is a good one. Eat in and save your money.
We eat in a lot.
No, I eat in a lot.
What?
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 Yeah, I'm staring at you.
I'm sorry. I cook.
Well, now you cook. Remember, the women are the ones who are highly known to be the spenders in the relationship. And not all women, but majority of, shop to our job. So, I love that one, though. I thought that was, a big thing that can help a lot of people save some coupe, save some money.
Believe me, buffets and McDonald's and everything looks great.
Yeah.
But that money,
it adds up.
It doesn't look good when
it disappears. Yeah. You can use that money to, invest at the end of the year, because you don't know. And we're not saying for, don't ever go and eat out. No, we're saying for people that eat out every day.
Or every other day.
Every other day. They just nonstop. Just, you can go to the grocery store. You can, and we have Winkos here on the West Coast. You can go to Winkos. You can buy some good food for a low price.
Yeah.
And make the same thing you're about to go eat at some restaurant. Yeah. And you can, YouTube has so many recipes where you can make the bombest food in your own kitchen for a low price, low cost. Yeah. And wherever you may be at, if whatever supermarkets you have in the world that are super dirt cheap prices but good food, hey, go buy the ingredients. Go on YouTube, learn how to cook, and save you a buttload of money, people.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to eat out, you can do it once a month or twice a month with your family to go have that big splurge. There's nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No.
Because at the end of the day, you're still going to save way more money because you have been eating in instead of eating out.
There's people that are so frugal that they actually they plate their foods. Like they buy their food on a weekend and they plate like their meals Monday through Friday. It's not, you don't have to be that drastic, but you can do something where if you plan your menu ahead and you cook at home.
Yeah, there's all kinds of ways, man. Just YouTube has so many recipes. Let's say you have this special dish that you love at a restaurant. You go on YouTube and type in copycat dish or whatever, and they'll have a recipe.
Yeah,
you just buy the ingredients.
It actually a lot.
Oh man, we got some bomb
we do
food.
it a lot.
The other day, I'm also about health, but sometimes I like to splurge. I made this big old lumpia or egg roll like this big, because I seen this Asian cat. He did the giant egg roll. I said, "Dang, you can do that." YouTube people, eat in, but I did it at home. I did it at home. Saved me a lot of money. But yeah, eat in, save your money. Eat out once in a while, but not all the time.
Not all the time.
You could cut the fast food restaurant bill and cook at home. YouTube recipes are a money saver. All right, moving on to number 8. Cut the cable. That's exactly what it means. Cut the cable.
Yeah, we haven't had cable.
Cable. You don't need cable, people.
In a long time.
Nobody watches. let me put it like this. Nobody watches TV anymore. This is a new world we live in.
People stream.
Yes.
A lot.
Yeah. So if you can cut your cable costs, man, you know what? I'm telling you, babe, I think cable companies already know that it's the end of television as we know it. Nobody wants to sit through and have appointment television. This day and age, this world we live in, I can watch anything, anytime at the palm of my hand.
Yeah, we have Netflix and
yeah.
Thanks to my sister, we have Disney Plus.
Yeah, get the family hookup.
We get, because I do daycare for her children, so she shares her logins with me.
You can share your login with a family. Get your family login from a family member.
That's a money saver for us.
Yeah.
Who else? There's so many things. People stream. Right now, I think those that have Verizon as their cell phone carrier, if you have the unlimited plan, you get like a Disney Plus subscription for a whole year, and which is what my sister has. That's why we're able to use it.
Anything that you can get, go with it.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is cut the cable, save you some money. Yeah. Just go with Netflix or
there's
other
Hulu, there's my God, there's so many.
Go with any other low cost streaming service.
Yeah.
The streaming services, they're dirt cheap nowadays.
Yeah. Hulu's free with Spotify Premium, I think.
Yeah, and some if you have Amazon Prime.
Our son has Amazon Prime, so we get Amazon Video.
Yeah, because we just use the Amazon Prime Video through his Amazon Prime account. So go on a smart TV and just press the Amazon Prime app, and then boom.
Believe me, families that's where you get the hookups for free streaming.
So basically, cut the cable. Keep just the internet, and these cable companies are gonna try and hustle you, but just hold your ground and say, nah, homie, I just need the cable. I just need the internet.
And another thing, especially for us here locally, we use Comcast or Xfinity as our cable service provider. So those of you guys that have certain websites that you use to stream like movies, like bootlegs,
free movies,
Comcast puts a block filter on that. You can have them remove it. But
not if you're trying to stream, those bootleg movies. We don't do that, baby. We don't do that. No. We're just saying,
We're just saying like there's certain websites they won't allow you on, so you can just call them and have them remove the filter.
Also,
it's a hack.
Also, here's another tip for this cut the cable. Get a digital antenna if you like the digital antennas. That's free. Like if you just want some straight up free, frugal, fabulous.
Channels,
you want to be super frugal, fabulous people. Just get a digital antenna, just plug it in, and you get free TV.
Or that website.
Well, Lowcast is another form to stream. If you have internet service, you go to Lowcast. So we'll put that at the show notes. We'll put that at the bottom of the show notes.
They don't. There's no fee. They just ask for donations to keep the.
And you don't have to donate.
Yeah, it's.
Sometimes they'll cut in a little commercial to donate, and then you just redo it again.
That's
but
if you're having a hard time with your antenna.
Yeah, but other than that, hey, if you want to watch local TV and you have an internet connection, use Locast, LOCAST .com, I think, or something. .org, because that's how we get to watch our football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched.
Because we don't have cable. Football. We don't have cable TV. We cut the cable a long time ago, and all we watch TV. The only thing we watch TV is for football.
Yeah. Yeah. We don't watch anything else except just to watch the games.
We don't ever watch regular cable network TV. No. Like what we watch is Netflix, Amazon, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, and YouTube. That's all we watch. And then when it's football time, we just recently found that Locast, you can go there and you can watch the football. Yeah,
on your local,
clean,
wherever you are. Yeah. Here, California, in the U.S.
But they have all the channels too, like all the local channels. So, that's another tip for the cut the cable.
Yeah.
Number 9, moving on. Go ahead, read that, honey.
Save money on cell phones.
Honey bunny. Save money on cell phones.
So go with them cheaper plans.
Yo, people, YouTube video, look. If you're watching the YouTube video, if not, and you're listening to the podcast, I am putting my phone up in the air right here. This bad boy right here. And here comes my son again. Asking, always enter it. What?
Something's wrong with the iPad. Mm-hmm. Go ask your brother.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know.
The battery's dead.
No.
Go use my charger.
So our son, they're techies.
And the kids, the battery dies. That's this thing, this day and age, and they're like,
they cry.
If
the Wi-Fi goes out, it's over. It's over. If the Wi-Fi goes out.
The Wi-Fi. That's the best way to have everybody run like it's in the end of the world.
That's when you
cut the Wi-Fi.
Cut the Wi-Fi and
cut the Wi-Fi and see what happens. They come crawling out like roaches.
We just had one child just walk by shaking his head.
You see people you never remember that live with you. They just come out their rooms. All right, so going back to what was
cell phones.
Cell phone. Oh, right here. Here's my cell phone, people. All right, let me read what I got here. Save money on cell phones. Go with cheaper plans. Mm-hmm. All right, you don't have to go to the major cell phone providers. You can go to what we use, Total Wireless. We use Total Wireless from Walmart. Walmart has plans. Because I used to have the Straight Talk. Remember Straight Talk? Mm-hmm. I used to have Straight Talk, and it was cool because it was just like it was just for me. But when we decided to go and because we had Sprint, remember we had Sprint?
Yeah.
And Sprint was charging us an arm and a leg. They were killing us.
That's the one thing is they have great promos. They'll give you great promotions, but when that promotion is up, you're getting hit with those fees.
It was crazy bills, man. I'm telling you. And it's been years now since we cut the cell phone bill.
Yeah, and we have Total Wireless gives you you can be on they have 2 network offers that they provide. It's one is Verizon or.
So I went and did my research. I went to Walmart. I was like, all right, let me go into and see all. And I grabbed all the pamphlets. I came home, and me and Tyler looked at them, and we were like, oh wow, this seems good. So Total Wireless at that time back then, they took in any phone. Now they changed it. There's only like Verizon phones,
or Sprint phones, depending on the network that you.
But we decided to cut our cell phone provider that we had Sprint, and we had them all except for Verizon. We had AT&T, we had Sprint, we had who else did we have? T-Mobile. And back in the day, because we were just like, we just need cell phones. But since we went with Total Wireless, we have saved so much money, so much. We have 3 phones here, and that we pay for right now, and we've been paying only like $90 a month for these 3 phones, unlimited everything. Mm-hmm. Unlimited everything. Text, message, calls, data. Unlimited data, y'all. I was just
yeah, and it's on the Verizon network, so it's perfect for us.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably better coverage out there, but this one has
Yeah.
been just great for us.
And let me tell you something else that we're saving money on a lot is we use our old phones. We don't upgrade. Once you find something you is decent, it works for you, stick with it. This phone right here, my phone, I have a Apple 6S Plus. Right here, Apple 6S Plus. And I've had this phone, damn, I don't know how long.
Yeah, we've
I
had
don't
it for a
even.
while.
Yeah, I don't even know how long, but it's perfect. It's fine.
And it's paid off.
It's yeah, of course, it's paid off. I'm not making payments, and it's paid off, and it does the job. It's perfectly fine. I'm happy with it. There's not. I can do everything I need. There's people, there's so many people that just still have their super old flip phones. Like some people just they're that frugal. I'm not that frugal, but
No, there's
maybe
nothing
I
wrong
am.
with
I
that.
don't know,
That's
but-
actually awesome. I mean, if it works, it works. I mean, some people
Yeah.
don't need the features of a smartphone. They just need something
Yeah.
to make calls or text, and that works.
And I gotta it's so the battery is getting like a little worn out, and eventually I'm gonna have to go and replace a battery in here. But I already researched it. You just go to a kiosk, they put in a battery. I might have to fix my charger port, but I'm willing to spend that amount of money to get this just fixed up and just keep using it over and over because it's paid off. I'm saving so much money. Actually, all of our phones are paid off. At one point, we decided to use our tax return, one of our refunds, pay off all of our phones, and switch to total wireless. And ever since we did that, I'm going to tell you guys right now, cell phone bill, I ain't worried about it. About 90, like I said, $90 a month. That's all our cell phone bill is. For unlimited data, unlimited talk, text, anything. And we use it for everything, right? So,
yeah, I mean, I think I'm the only one that had the hiccup. I lost my my phone, my wallet.
oh yeah, so telling that story. Let's tell you that story right quick. Her phone, like watch the video. Like her phone, this is her new phone,
Yeah.
right? And what's your new phone? What is it?
So I got a iPhone 7 Plus.
iPhone 7 Plus. Like some people are like, that's your new phone? iPhone 7? Yeah, fool, that's a new phone right there.
For me,
used.
it's a huge upgrade from my last one.
Yeah.
It's got way more gigs. But the fact that is, I didn't want to get another phone on. I mean, you could go to your carrier and they give you a phone, but you have to start doing monthly payments.
Well, here's the story. We paid off our phones, and we were payment free. We didn't have to worry about those payments. And she had her phone stolen.
My wallet, my phone wallet.
It was like in a wallet case. Okay, we're back. So as we were saying, my phone dropped, and then it stopped the recording. But anyways, what had happened was your phone got stolen. Mm-hmm. We were at the casino trying to win some money.
We were hanging out with.
We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out.
Our friend's birthday. So.
Yeah, we were just hanging out. It wasn't. We weren't trying to, blow money.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out, and she just, it was an honest mistake. She left her cell phone on one of the machines, the slot machines. And we were gone for a while at the other part of the casino. Oh man, my phone! I forgot my phone. Let's go look for it. And apparently, it just got stolen. Someone stole it.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I've lost my phone before at a casino, but
Yeah.
Somebody's always turned it in, and this time they didn't. And it was pretty sad because. The surveillance camera couldn't catch anybody.
Well, the bottom line is it got stolen.
It got stolen. So
it had everything in it, the cards, everything, her phone, and
my license.
But when it got got stolen, when it got stolen, it was like to us, it was like, well,
yeah,
that sucks, but we'll be all right.
Yeah, It's just material.
That's
things.
what financial education does.
Yeah.
It's like oh snaps. I mean, the old me would have been, just what? I would have been like, going crazy.
Yeah. I'll be honest. It was nice not having a phone for a little while.
Oh yeah, technology. A break from technology helps. But being financially educated said, okay, we have emergency funds, and I mean we're not rich,
No.
but we know that it was important for her to get. And what did you do? You went and found a great deal on.
I did. I went on OfferUp and Marketplace.
Marketplace,
the
Facebook
Marketplace, and
got a new phone.
Yeah, it brand new. And it was local. I drove out to meet the gal, which was awesome because she actually worked for T-Mobile and had these extra phones lying around.
Boom, bam, bought another used phone, which was like an upgrade to her.
Yeah, it was like
But it's paid off, and we're saving money still. That's the whole bottom line to it. She lost her phone. We have funds in place for stuff like that, and we were okay.
Yeah.
Right? High five. Woohoo! Financial education. That's save money on cell phones, number 9. Number 10, invest your tax refund wisely. Now, tax season is coming up around the corner.
Do not go spend like crazy when it's tax season.
Yes, big time.
I am guilty of that, so don't do that.
Yeah, and we're all used to doing stuff like that because we're like, oh, this is the only time we can splurge because we have coupe. But
very true.
The reality of it is, we don't have coupe. All the tax refund, the refund money you get back, and a lot of it is from the kids' child tax credit or whatever, is because this is money that they take out and they're just giving back to you.
Yeah, and
that's all taxes are,
honestly, it's to stretch out for the next year.
Yeah. So what do? This is what you do. You use your refund to either A, get out of debt, or B, invest it. That's it. Don't blow it away off things that are useless. You could treat yourself, but make sure you use it firstly to invest it or get out of debt. And then you can, but always use it for investing.
Use that
invest your money. Yeah.
Pay yourself first mentality.
Invest your tax refund money. Use it wisely. Okay. That's number 10. Invest your tax refund wisely. Number 11, buy cars used and not new. So this is a real simple one. We love our Prius. We have a used Prius. Our Armada, we bought that used. All of our cars are used. A brand new car loses value as soon as you drive it off the lot. So you can buy the same exact car a few years older, and it's still nice, and it's half the price of what a brand new car would be.
Very true.
That's the worst mistake you can make. We made that mistake years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago, like one of our first cars, and we bought it brand new, only like 27 miles. I didn't know nothing about money or nothing.
She lasted 13 years.
She lasted 13 years. Could have lasted longer if I was more educated. But
we didn't know nothing about cars. We didn't know nothing about finances.
We beat the shit out that car. That car, I felt bad. We didn't know nothing about maintenance, about nothing. But once we drove that car off the lot, it just dropped. It depreciated big time. And, we didn't know anything about that. So, you always get a used car, you can
find great deals out there.
Yeah, save money. But, that's number 11. Buy used cars, not new. Number 12, house hack. Big time.
Yeah.
Hey, number 12. It's for my 12s out there. It's football talk. But anyways, house hack. Number 1 is to live in lower means, meaning you don't have to buy a 5-bedroom house when there's only 3 of you guys. You don't need that big house you always wanted that you think is going to make you happy. No, buy a house that's perfect, that suits you, that's affordable for you, or have a family or a friend and have them go half on the rent, which is called house hack. Like, if you're renting a house, you have some families, split the bill, split the rent. That's a form of house hacking. Now, the biggest house hack of them all is if you're ready to purchase a house, you want to buy a multifamily. Yeah. You want to buy a duplex or a triplex, or you can rent out a room, a garage. But you want to live in one half and rent out the other. That's the biggest house hack of them all, because if you get a great deal and you rent out the other half of a duplex, let's say you bought a duplex, that rent money will pay for your rent also. So that means, guess what, people? You guys will be living rent free or mortgage free. Awesome, right, baby? Mm-hmm. That's house hack. Have a family or friend go half on rent, or invest in a multifamily house and rent out the other half. Now, number 13. Go ahead, read number 13.
Find a side hustle. Make some extra money doing something you love.
There you go. I love DJing. So when people need a DJ, they call me. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll make some extra side money. Side hustle. If you love, cooking, you want to be a caterer, you can, cook for people's.
There's so many things. There's so many things out there that you can do.
Make some extra cash. That extra cash can help you to invest more, or it can help you to get out of debt, whatever it is, or it could just help, make your life better.
Save, invest, or get out of debt.
Yeah. So we're getting to the last three of them all, and number 14 is for kids. Now, we had an episode with Anna earlier, and I think it was episode 3, I believe.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, but I will put it down in the show notes. Number 14 is college hack with YearUp. People, Polynesian people, YearUp. That episode with Anna, free college with YearUp. That's the name of the episode. I'm gonna find it while you keep talking. Go ahead, baby, talk.
Well, I mean, I definitely am a big supporter of YearUp. I think it's great. It's free.
Yeah.
Is one. You have to be committed for a year. 6 months. Your first 6 months are spent studying. Basically, your nose is in, or your head's in the books.
Yeah.
For 6 months, you're working. You have homework. So you're kind of like cramming 4 years into one. And then the other 6 months, you're doing an internship. But the thing is, that's great about it is there's no student loans.
Yeah.
They just want your commitment to a whole year for the program. And not only that, they pay you a stipend. A stipend is basically kind of like pocket money. And they pay it it's like a paycheck like every other week. So you not only have free college, you get free money.
Yeah, they pay for you.
Yeah.
They give you a little money here, a little something.
So I mean, I advocate it all the way because we've seen the success that it's been for our nephews and our nieces.
Yeah.
Right now, the first one, our oldest nephew, LJ, he went through the program first, and he is now at Amazon corporate in downtown Seattle, and he's doing great. I can't even.
When he's ready, I'm gonna have him on the podcast.
Yeah, we'll get him. I know he's kind of camera shy, but we'll get him on there. And then of course his sister, Anna.
So it was episode 6. I found it that we had with Anna, and episode 6. Go ahead.
And she went through the program next, and now she's finished the program. And she is working at a law group firm down in downtown Seattle as well. Mm-hmm. So right after her is DJ, our nephew DJ. He finished the program earlier this year with Anna. He finished with Anna. They both graduated together. That's right. And DJ he's with Providence. And right now he's doing his contract with them, and hopefully all goes well with his contract that he can stay on. And
so
there's so many.
Yeah, so DJ graduated with Anna, but he wasn't on that episode with us. But he graduated the same. He went to the same year class. They went together and everything. And YearUp is our college hack. And this is mainly for people who have kids who are trying to figure out what they want their kids to do.
They don't want to go to. They don't know where to go to college. They don't want to go to the military. Or they just don't want to work, but they do want some sort of schooling that can help them prepare for a career.
Yeah. Save some money, y'all.
Yeah, it's free.
Don't get into student loan debt.
You just have to commit yourself. There's no student loans involved.
Don't get into student loan debt. And there's other hacks you could do if you want to go the traditional college route. You can do 2 years of community college, and then go to college.
Well, now YearUp also, it does have college credits where after you're done with YearUp, you can transfer to a university. So it's kind of the same method, but those that don't want to go into a career, but want to go on to more schooling, depending on what it is that they're trying to.
And then there's other, scholarships.
Grants. There's lots of things.
Just find any kind of college hack you can. But for ours, podcasts, we're all about that YearUp, baby.
We just want you to avoid being in debt, especially when it comes to student loans and your children too.
Yeah, and if it fits you, and for our listeners,
it's not for everybody, but
our listeners though, I think it'll fit you, homie. I think you'll be okay. Go to episode 6 and check it out. That's all about YearUp. Going down to the last two, number 15, invest in your 401k. Now, the only reason why I say this is because a lot of you guys probably have your 401ks in your jobs and you don't know anything about it. Well, I was like that once, but after I got financially educated and in the FIRE movement, the FIRE community, we believe 100% about investing in pre-tax buckets. That's what we call them. So basically, you get that free money from your employer too, if your company has a company match. Now, this is free money.
Yeah.
Like if you got to learn about your 401k, what your company matches. That way you can put in, like some people put 5% or 10% of their, of their pay, which is beautiful because that's what we're all about. That's part of paying yourself first. It's going to your future, your 401k.
You and your family.
Yeah. And not only that, the company can match you. Now, there's some people, if you want to learn more about it, I suggest you go dig into the Choose FI podcast, because those are some highly intellectual people that can break down everything about 401k and how to max it out, what it's all about. And I love that because I started doing that, and we pay a percentage to where it covers the match.
Yeah. Also do the research on your company. Get the information from what your company offers. So.
Now, that's for people who are ready to start investing. If you're ready, then you're going to learn everything about investing in pre-tax buckets, in your 401ks, or there's like other kind of things, 403s, 3-something-Bs or something like that.
And those pre-taxes, by the way, they benefit you during tax season as well.
Yeah, they help big time.
They help offset a lot of your taxes. So that's just another
number 15.
Pointer.
That's number 15. If you want to learn more information, I'll put that at the bottom of the show notes. Number 15, invest in your 401k. Go to Choose FI. I'll find a episode and I'll put it in the show notes, because those guys are some brainiacs, man. They can break it down for you guys. All I can do, I'm just a vessel. I'll guide you over there. I'll take you there, and then boom, I'll drop you off, and then you can,
if you don't understand, leave a comment or a feedback or something, and we can look at it for you.
But for me, simple. I invest in my 401k to where I can get the match for now. In the future, I probably would invest more to max out, but I'll get into that in a later deal. The last tip of this episode is another advanced one, which is invest in index funds. Invest in index funds. Now, you're probably saying, like, what the hell? I don't know what the hell an index fund is. And that's perfectly fine, man, because that's what this podcast is about. It's about us growing. Now, when I talked about saving money and investing. These are one of the things we believe in, investing.
It's part of your pay yourself first.
Part of pay yourself first.
Yeah.
It's called low index funds. They're pretty much
they're part of this. Okay, so there's the stocks. It's part of the stocks, but there's so many different
low
types.
cost index funds are exactly what they are. They're the lowest cost, and they're index funds, which are basically stocks that over time, if you just keep putting money into it, it's just going to slowly grow, and then boom, it's just going to I'm going this on the video. I'm just going to go boom. It's going to gradually go up that way. And I'll leave another link at the bottom of the show notes because, once again, these Choose FI guys, the intellectual smart brainiac guys, they're going to tell you all about it. But it's the truth. We invested in Vanguard. We have a Vanguard index fund. It's a Roth. It's a Roth
IRA.
Roth IRA is called a Roth IRA.
Believe me, if you don't know what these are, you if you go to Choosify, you'll learn a lot about.
But it's all about investing money for your future.
And it's also pre-tax.
It's pre-tax.
So this also helps benefit your taxes when it comes to tax
season. Yeah, it helps you out.
Yeah.
And all this stuff about, I don't know anything about tax season. Well, take your time and learn, listen to some podcasts, read a couple of things. And we understand that because we used to take our taxes and just go give it to somebody else to do. Yeah. The last, how many years now? I've actually been filing our own. Yeah. And it's a lot easier than you think. You just have to sit and go through it. Yeah. and there are programs out there that help you file your taxes, but it benefits us. I don't pay hundreds of dollars to have somebody else do it anymore. I literally go through it takes you step-by-step guidelines on how to we'll probably have an episode for that because tax season is coming around the corner. Yeah. But when that comes, we'll do something about taxes, but until then and I know for some people it's a lot of work. So yeah, like me. I hate math. Math is my worst subject. I hate math. Well, I like it because it makes me understand why. That's why a team is awesome. It takes a team, right? Mm-hmm. Great teamwork. Yep. It takes the team to make the dream work. That's pretty much all of our that's kind of our tips and guidelines of things that we how we got our financial it's basically what we call the Growin Samoan beginner tips. We have 16 of them, so 16 in the clip and 1 in the hole. Hey, that dog is about to make his body start. I think my husband needs to go to bed. Yeah, I'm gonna eat some more leftover turkey and then go knock out. So I wish y'all, I hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. And Christmas is around the corner. Yeah. I think we're going to have some visitors in our next podcast. We're going to have some visitors, hopefully. Yeah. So on this podcast. Yeah. And we're going to chop it up some more about some money, finances, life, the good and the bad. Yeah. If you guys have any questions about any of the tips and need some more information or please leave a comment, a response, a feedback, anything. Comment, rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes or YouTube. Just comment. Yeah. Yeah. But before we go, we'll leave all the tips at the bottom of the show notes. And thanks for tuning in once again. The health tip of the day. We didn't leave a health tip last time, but it's okay. Well, I don't know what's a help tip. Walk it off. You know what I'm saying? That's my help tip. Drink water. I can't believe I bent down the whole episode. I never even stood up. Hold on. Here's my tip of the day. All right. Because this happens to me a lot, especially now Thanksgiving, right? You have a nice meal and everything, and you feel bloated. You know what I'm saying? For people who feel bloated, go for a walk. That's all you gotta do. Go walk it out. Go kaipu in somebody else's airspace. Don't be farting in the house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's airspace. Go take it. What?
Just go take
like
a walk.
DJ Unk said, now
Take-
walk it out,
walk,
walk it
just
out,
walk
walk
it.
it out, walk it, walk it.
You know,
Hey,
take a walk around the
hey.
block. You're fine.
No, I'm serious. But like for people, sometimes you feel bloated. People, you gotta move. Your body has to move. So you should go walk. You know, get some fresh air, walk, and make you feel better. That's my tip of the day. I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in once again to the Growin Samoan podcast. I'm your host, DJ Han, and this is.
Holla. Thank you guys.
Until next time, keep growing. We love you guys, and yeah, love you guys. So far, so before. Bye bye. Say bye, hon. Oh, say
Bye.
bitch time. Bitch time. Bye. What about this? Huh? This?
Oh, jeez. Come
Oh,
on.
she just hit me. I gotta go. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.